A very good evening to you all. A respected resource person for today's session, Mr. Amol Pathak, sir, respected director, Professor Dr. S.B. Sawant, sir, a convener of the FDP program, Rahul Mandre, sir, and all colleagues and dear participants. We are honored to welcome Mr. Amol Anand Pathak, sir, a distinguished academician and researcher in the field of computer sciences and engineering. With over 2 decades of teaching experience, Mr. Pathak currently serves as an assistant professor and head of the department at Sri Siddheshwar Women's College of Engineering, Solapur. His academic credential includes masters in computer science and engineering and ongoing doctoral research at Weltech University, Chennai, focusing on privacy preserving techniques in vehicular data networks. Mr. Pathak expertise spans network security, IoT security, artificial intelligence, and data sciences, making him a valuable resource for faculty enrichment and interdisciplinary learning. He has an impressive research portfolio, including 16 grant patents, multiple copyrights, and publication in reputed journals. Conferences such as IEEE and Scopus indexed venues. His contribution have earned him accolades like a Best Paper Award at IEEE International Conference and NPTEL Star Award by IIT Mumbai. Mr. Pathak is deeply committed to academic excellence and innovation. He has mentored numerous students projects, organized national level and technical events, and actively participated in faculty development initiatives across the India. Today, he joins us to share his insights and experiences, enriching our understanding of emerging technologies and pedagogical strategies. Please join me welcoming Mr. Amol Pathak, sir. Sir, welcome. Over to Amol, sir.
Yes, good evening all. I hope my voice is audible to all the participants.
Yes, it is audible, sir.
Yes, I'm sharing my screen, sir. Okay, good evening to all. My screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir, visible it is.
Okay, thank you, sir. Just 1 minute. Okay, good evening to all. I'm really thankful to the Bharati Vidyapit College of the Solapur for inviting me as a resource person for the session. I'm going to deal with the session as we are talking or we are considering the FDP is based on the AI in education, opportunities and challenges. As in the introduction, sir has told, I'm working as a head of the department for artificial intelligence and data science. Okay, so I'm very interested in this field and the two important recent trends, we call it as artificial intelligence as well as data science. Okay. So I'm really happy to share my views related to on this FDP on the topic AI, artificial intelligence for learning analytics. Okay. So I've seen the yesterday's two resource person has delivered the thing. But for now, we are focusing more on how the AI is useful for the learning analytics. Especially, I have mentioned this in the heading point because the transforming education through the data and intelligence is now considered to be one of the important fields for the education. Okay. So let us start our discussion. So today we are going to have the agenda for the presentation is we may start with the first point is foundation of the learning analytics. Then we are considering the role of the AI in the education, then the applications of and case studies. Obviously, the FDP's focus is on the challenges and opportunities, so the benefits and challenges, and the future trends and the conclusion. Okay. So while in the presentation, if you are finding any difficulty or having any question, okay, maybe you can ask at the end, or if it is not visible or voice is not audible, immediately please interrupt me. Thank you. So let us start with the discussion. General term that we are considering here is first question that it comes in the mind is what is learning analytics? Okay. So we are considering first point is what is mean by the learning analytics. Okay. Now the definition it says that the learning analytics is the measurement. Okay. I call it as the measurement, collection, analysis, and reporting of the data about learners. So our focus is whatever the learners. Okay, the learner maybe we call it as online learner, offline learner, or by default we call it as a student. So the students measurement, how they are learning, maybe the collection of the reports based on we perform the analysis and we may prepare the report on based on it. So all this comes under the learning analytics. Okay, so we want to analyze the learning pattern. Now, if we considered the purpose of this, then so many cases, some of the those who are already started using the AI tools for the learning analysis, they may say that the purpose is to help the teacher or maybe help to the student or student community or teacher community, or it may reduce the work of the teacher. But rather, I say that the main purpose is this analytics, learning analytics will help to optimize the teaching and learning process. Our aim is with the help of this learning analytics, we should in a position to optimize the teaching and learning analysis. So that is the first thing. The simple example initially that we are considering here is the tracking performance. Okay, so what we are going to consider is the maybe the performance is based on the unit test. Okay, we are considering it as the unit test. Maybe we are taking the different quizzes. Maybe we are taking the oral presentation or maybe the oral of the subject. And in some of the cases, we are conducting the different presentation on the any topic or maybe the seminar. Now, all these performances will help us to find out the learning analytics. And the main purpose that we have written here is the main thing is we want to identify the weak students. Okay. Nowadays, I think we should not use the word, as the AICT has said that we should use it as a slow learners. Okay. The correct word is we need to identify the slow learners, and this analytics will help to improve them or how we are in a position to improve this. Okay. And for that, we are using the AI. Now, the next point we are considering why AI in learning analytics. Okay, because the traditional analytics method that we are already using. Okay, so maybe we are considering it as it is a descriptive. So I consider it as the descriptive and time consuming process. Okay, in the traditional analytics or traditional way that we are nowadays we are doing, the simple thing that we do is we conduct the class test, unit test one, okay, and then the teacher is need to assess all these papers, and then we are going to put the display it on the stage and say that these are the field student, okay, this may be the topper and so on. Okay, but still, whatever the analysis traditional we are doing, which is the descriptive, it will difficult for us to have the proper analytics, maybe in the form of the graphs, maybe in the form of finding out who is the slow learner. So I say that the AI enables the predictive analysis. So main advantage of the AI that I'm considering is the predictive analysis and prescriptive analysis. So the main use of AI in the learning analytics is related to the predictive and prescriptive analysis. Now, this predictive analysis will give us that what will going to happen. Okay, so based on the analytics or based on the performance, we can analyze what is going to happen with the student, as well as in the predictive, we just see that what will happen, but the prescriptive will give us what we should do to what we can in a position to consider for the student. Okay, that's why I have putting this first example here, that the AI analytics tool predicting which students are likely to drop or which student is going to fail. So our purpose is to find out not only the slow learners, but we have to find out based on this AI analysis that which are the students they are going likely to drop or maybe going to fail in the course. Okay, so all these things are possible now. Just for information of all the, as we are having so many teachers from different colleges, now you are knowing that the Smart India Hackathon has released their problem statement, and in one of the problem statement they have already mentioned that they want the tool, they want the analysis, so that we'll in a position to find out the which are the students they are going to drop the course, they are going to fail the course in early stage. Okay, so that is one of the problem statement which is given by the different universities, so that it will be helped. Okay, so that's why this is, we call it as one of the important point, okay, that or thing that we need to understand. Then I have not written purposefully the all the things because on in under the scope. The reason I want that everyone should in a position to consider. So the scope of this, I think, I hope everyone has cleared with the today's topic that we are AI for learning analytics. Okay, so the AI for learning analytics, definitely it will have the first scope is academic research perspective. Okay, it is possible for so many researchers to work on this particular topic to identify the learning pattern, to find out the different analysis, and it may possible for their to use this as one of the PhD research work. Okay, definitely it will help us all the academician. So first scope is to relate it to the academic research perspective. Second, if we considered, then we call it as the management. It will help the management to understand that how many students, okay, as well as based on this analytics, the management also in a position to take the different decisions. Okay. So I considered, okay, that administrator will be in a position to take the decision based on this analysis. So generally in management, we are considering as the top management always need to, okay, take strategic decision or strategy change management. In such a case, this analysis will help them to change the pattern. Okay. Now, anyone, some of the participants may ask me the question that how it will be the change, we can change the decision. For example, I say that general pattern of every semester or in a year, we may take the class test one or unit test one, then we may be taking the maybe two or three unit tests, then we are giving the two best of it. Okay. At that time, this analysis will help that all the things should not be of the same descriptive pattern. Some of the tests maybe we call it as the MCQ based. Some of the thing may be based on the quiz. Some of the thing it may be the participative learning. Okay. Some of the tests we can keep it as an open book test. Okay. So all these tests, all this thing, the decision will help to the management person based on the analysis. And the final and the quite obvious, we call it as the important part, if I consider it is for the student learning experience should be personalization. So the learner or the student will immediately after every, suppose the duration of the course is, I call it as a 6 month, maybe every week or even after every month, he will be in a position to understand that where it is lagging, whether the student is lagging, what is his performance, and so on. So that is one of the scope. That's why I have not written more description. Definitely at the end of the session, we understand the importance of the AI in learning analytics. Moving to the next slide. So some of the cases, I think my pointer is not correct, so don't worry about it. So I say that basics of learning analytics. Okay, so where we are going to use it. The first and important, I say that the data-driven approach in the education. So now we are started learning the basics of learning analytics. Now, first approach I have said as data-driven approach in education. Now, the learning analytics focuses on collecting and analyzing the data about learners and their interaction in digital learning environment. Whenever I'm conducting the learning process is online, I think it will be more easy to go for the AI to use. Another, maybe your normal case, then we need to upload the data. So we need to collect the data and then we can analyze. Okay. The goal is to understand learning behavior. So what we want to understand is the behavior, learning behavior, improve the teaching methods. Definitely based on the every institute is following this. Maybe after 1 month we take the feedback. and based on the feedback, we are in a position to improve our teaching methods or teaching methodology. So this early detection with learning behavior will help us to improve the teaching methods and personalize the learning experiences. Okay, so based on this, it may possible for the teacher to improve it. Maybe we may find in maximum cases the student engagement is one of the major issue. Okay, the student not get involved or they are not having that much engagement in the course. So I consider that this will definitely help. Instead of now, the important part is now why AI, why data science? The reason is if I'm not using any AI tool or if I'm not using any data science tool, at that time I will rely only on the intuition. Okay? I may say that I observed in so many cases, maybe in the staff room, the other teacher come and say that, sir, this group or this student is not doing well. Okay? But now all these are our intuition. It may applicable only for that subject, not necessary for the all subject or with all the teachers. So the decision, if I'm using the AI and data science, then my decision will not be only rely on the intuition, but decisions are made using the evidences from the data. Okay, so based on the performance of the student, okay, based on his behavior in the classroom, so many things we are in a position to understand. So this is the first approach. Second, now the next question comes is from where we will receive all this data. Okay, so the sources of data that we are getting is from the basically it is from the LMS logs. Nowadays I think with this is FDP. Everyone knows that the learning management software is very important. Okay, so we are considering that the learning management software or LMS LMS logs will help us to get it. That will track the student activities such as how many times it has login. Okay, what is how much time it has spent on the studies or the course, how many modules it has completed, or how many resources it has used. So all this LMS log, learning management software log, will help us, okay, to analyze. So the sources is from this. Another thing that we are considering it as a maybe with the help of the quiz result. Okay, so I call it as with the based on the quiz result, we can measure the performance, highlight the strengths and weaknesses, and identify the which students are at risk. I told our main purpose of AI in learning analytics is to identify the slow learner, to identify the which students are at risk, which students are not going to not performing well. And if we can identify at early stage, not at the end of the semester or not at the before immediately of the exam. Okay, so the main purpose is to identify this, okay, the strength as well as the weaknesses, and obviously the another parameter is the study time. Okay, so it will help evaluate the engagement levels. Now, when we know that the study time will help us that whether the students has engaged during the classes, engaged during the courses, and their learning habits. So these learning habits will help us to know whether the maximum time the student will in a position to learn or solving the quiz, maybe attending or going through the videos, maybe in the evening, maybe the morning session, or what time. Okay, so their learning habits also we will be in a position to consider or cover. Okay. Now after this, let us understand the next slide. Now this shows the key data sources. Now just whatever we have learned. Now I'm going into the more detail of this. So I consider the key data sources is first one obviously is learning management software platforms. Nowadays we are knowing, okay, whatever the course that we are running, it should not be only in the physical classroom, but it should be available on the canvas. Maybe I think the simple option we are using is the Google Classroom we are using. Okay, maybe on the Moodle, okay, maybe the Blackboard. So all these things will be the so record student logins. So we can understand that how many have solved it, how much time they spend on the modules, the contents they have access, and the submission pattern. Okay, so many times we observe that always the student as well as nowadays we call it as the teachers are also, okay, using the different NPTEL courses, and they are having the habit of submission only at the end of the deadline. Okay, unless or until deadline approach, maybe suppose the student has or teacher has given the instruction to submit before 3 p.m., then we can find that, okay, though the 1 week time is given, everyone will come only at the time of deadline. Okay, so we in a position to understand the how their pattern is, provide a detailed trace or the track of learning engagement as well as the progress. The second point, I consider it as the online assessment and the surveys. So first is based on the LMS platform. Second is online assessment and the surveys. Capture the stress score, then quiz how many times it has attempted, the feedback that we are getting as responses. So somewhere I suggest that every teacher should in a position to take their feedback maybe after every month as a self feedback. And again, it is based on some simple Google form. Okay, not we should wait for the college management or maybe the higher authority to take the feedback of the course. Okay, so it is useful for evaluating the knowledge levels, learning gaps, and the student satisfaction. Okay, so all this I considered it as which will help us, okay, to identify the thing. Now, the third option, uh, if I'm having any mistake, I think my pointer highlighter is not working appropriately, so please don't worry about it. Okay. Okay. Is it visible? Whatever I'm highlighting with the pen with the green color.
Yes, it is
Yes.
visible,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So little bit it is having some issues. Let it be. Okay. So the third important thing is the student interaction. Now, whenever I say that in for the given subject, I think we should in the position to form the groups or the forum, let them to have a discussion on any topic. Then there may be the chats, then the discussion forum and the boards. All these nowadays are important for your subject. Okay. So maybe you suppose you are teaching any subject, maybe AI, maybe data science, maybe the cyber security. The better option that you should form a group, okay, or maybe rather that we can call it as we can form the club, a student club related to your subject. Okay, and then whatever the discussion is going to happen, you may allow the student to ask any question related to your topic. Then definitely that chatting forum discussion will help us, okay, to have a more student interaction. And now this will help us to reveal the collaboration, peer support, and knowledge sharing behavior. It also help to identify the active learners. Okay, so we know that which are the active learners, and definitely these are the active learners will in a position to do a very important project, or I call it as very innovative creative project if the students are active learners and they are taking more interest in your subject. Okay, isolated students, those are not having any discussion, they are isolated from the group, they are not asking any question. Okay, as well as the group dynamics. Okay, so all these are possible, the student interaction with the help of this. Then another last source from where we will be in a position to analyze the learning is the biometric and behavioral signals. Maybe in the online session also as well as our normal offline session, we go for the eye tracking. Then we see that number of clicks if it is online course, keystrokes, the number of devices they are using. Okay, so it will offer insight into the attention, focus, engagement levels, can detect distraction, okay, difficulties in the real time. So in the real time, it may have the difficulties, but that will help us, okay, the behavior of the student. Let us move to the next slide. Now, here I just want to put the what is the stakeholders in the learning analytics. Okay, so which are the key important things involved. Okay, so I say that just 1 minute. Yes. So we are considering it as the first only three entities are involved. Okay, first one is the student. Obviously, the second is the teacher, and based on it, it is the administrators. Okay, so maybe the management, maybe the principal, maybe the HODs. Okay, they are going to decide the policy. Okay, so the first is student. Now, these students in the learning analytics will give the personalized feedback. Okay, so we'll receive the insight into their own learning process, get tailored recommendation on the study strategies, resources, areas of improvement, and so on. Encourage self-regulating learning and motivation. So the first key entity, I think it is the student. Okay, and whatever the feedback we are getting from the student will definitely help, okay, to improve their learning pattern. Okay. Now, so many times the study strategies or the study material that we have given may not be sufficient. Okay, so some of the cases we are just giving the subjective assignments. Maybe we may be giving the practical list of the practicals, the experiment. Okay, so all this will help us to get the feedback from the student. The second entity involved is the teacher. The main role of teacher here, I think, as we have mentioned, is identify the gaps, and adjust the methods. Okay. Now, this is the main important thing we have seen in the first slide. that main purpose is helping or improve or optimize the teaching learning process. Okay, that is the main purpose of use of AI in the learning analytics. Okay, so for the teacher, it should detect the student struggling with the concept clearly. We should understand which students will not in a position to get the concept, adapt the teaching strategy. Okay, so some of the cases, the student will not in a position to clear the concept because the subject is more theoretical. Okay, so somewhere we need to improve it by taking the more practical remedial sessions for the, I call it as the slow learners, maybe immediately after the your first class test one, or maybe after the unit one, and the different interactive methods. Okay, so this will help the teacher to identify the gap and adjust their teaching methods. Okay, so that it will in a position to help. Now the third thing I call it as the administrator or maybe the management. Okay, they this data, this analysis data will help them to decide the policy decision or take the policy decision. Okay, so use aggregated data for the curriculum design. We in a position to see that we in a required to change the curriculum, change the design, change the syllabus of the subject, resource allocation, institutional planning. So all so management will decide whether this particular subject required more practical hours or they required some other thing, maybe the in the form of the seminar or the presentation, maybe the some mini project is required for this subject. So all this supportive accreditation, compliance, performance benchmarking. Okay, so all this will be work as a administrator level, and as I told, administrator, maybe the principal or the management will definitely in a position to take the strategic decision based on the data that AI provided for based on your learning analytics. Okay, so these are the three key elements I call it as in the learning analytics: student, teacher, as well as the administrator. Now, if I compare the normal or traditional method of the analysis or learning analytics with the AI, then I found that these are the limitation. So I call it as the limitations of using the without AI. So if I'm not using the AI tool or AI related analysis in the learning, then which are the limitations? So I consider the first limitation I have mentioned it is descriptive only. There is no prediction. Okay, so the limitation is whatever process we are following traditional, it is only descriptive. It will not have any such clear prediction. Okay, the traditional analytics mostly answer what happened. Means I have conducted the test. So I consider this. The traditional approach is only considering I have conducted the test, I have conducted the examination. After that, I get the result. Then I come to know that what has happened. Whether my result is 80%, 90%, how many students fail in the test. So it will just focus on what has happened rather than it will say what will going to happen. Okay, but the AI tools will help you to find out what will going to happen. Cannot forecast the student performance or detect the risk early. So we cannot detect the which students are lagging, okay, which students are may drop. Okay, so that is the problem. Second, static dashboard that don't adapt. So without AI, if I'm using, then it is provide fixed reports with limited interactivity. Do not update the things dynamically. Okay, as new data comes in, okay, it is very difficult. I think I have observed, okay, with due respect with all the teachers, okay, and the community, I say that I observed that whenever we conduct the first test or the class test one, and I found that in the class of 60, suppose I found 7 or 8 students fail in the subject, and after that, as the management or HOD principal say that we should go for the remedial, or another exam, retest, we call it as. And I observed that after conducting the retest also, the retest conducted, but the student teacher is lagging to, maybe it is the purpose they are conducting it, but still they are lagging in assessing the paper. As though they assess the paper, it is observed that they have not updated the marks of the student, after the retest. So all this indicate that the data will not be updated dynamically as new data comes in. Some of the colleges or some of the institute, they follow that. Suppose in the retest, out of this 7 or 10 student, after taking retest, if suppose still 2 3 students fail in the retest, they told that to take one more test, or at least we can assign them to go through this assignment given the question and answer. But this data we are doing, but updation of this, it will difficult if we are not using the AI tools. The hard for teachers and administrators to act in the real time. Okay, it's quite obvious. We are not, teacher may not have that much time to update all the data appropriately. Okay, and generally it comes at the end. Okay, no personalization at the scale. Insights are usually generalized for groups, not tailored to the individual. Okay, I just highlight this point. Okay, so we call it as the insight usually generalized for the groups, okay, not tailored for the individual student. Okay, generally we say that this is the group, or these are the group of the student, they are lagging or they are not attending. Maybe they are very sincere, they are, I call it as a scholar, but it is our statement is related to the group, okay, but it is not tailored to the individual student. Okay, in the group of 5 students, maybe 4 are, I call it as at the same scale or the same speed, but 1 or 2 students in the group are also facing some problem. Okay, so it is generalized statement, not at the group. Difficult to give each learner customized feedback, recommendation, and the support. Okay, now if we use this AI or data science tools for every student, the tool will help to give the personalized feedback that exactly where it is lagging. Okay, it may happen we are never giving the improvement or whatever our suggestion after the assessment of the quiz, after the assessment of the unit test paper to the every student. Rather, we just focusing on some of the learner, not for each and everyone. Okay, so that is the problem that we are having, or the limitation with the that without AI. If I'm going for learning analytics without AI. Now the next slide, I have made the simple table, comparison table. I hope it is visible. Yes. I hope the table that I have displayed is visible to all.
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
it is visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your answer. That indicate me that all of you are listening carefully. Okay, so thank you. So traditional approach versus AI-powered learning analytics. Okay, so we are considering that the traditional approach without AI and the AI-powered approach of learning analytics. First one is, what is the focus? In traditional, it is only descriptive, and it will give what has happened. I just say that after my class test one result, the result is this much. For mathematics, the result only 50%. For my subject, it is 90%. Other subject is 70%. So it will just give me what has happened. But the AI powered tool, if I'm using in that, then it will give me the predictive as well as the prescriptive. So it will give me what will going to happen. So by analyzing the things, it may say that what is going to happen, which are the student may going to fail in the next unit test, and it also gives me what I should do, what to do. So it also helped me that for this weak student, what this weak learner or the student those are not engaged in the classroom, what we should do. Okay, so that is what the main advantage. Dashboard, if I consider, it will be the in the form of the traditional, it is static and fixed. Okay, here it is adaptive. Okay, it is not static, it is adaptive. Again, it is real time. Again, it is interactive. Now here you can find that whatever the test I have generated, okay, using the AI tool, definitely will give me the immediate result. Okay, so that's why I call it as adaptive, and real time is important. For example, I say that this is the general habit and general thing which we have observed. Okay, that after the completion of the unit test one or the class test one, okay, if we give the immediate papers assessment and immediately maybe on 1 or 2 days, if we inform the student that you have got this mark, I think they are having the interest. But if it is delayed for more than 1 month, 1 week or more time, I think the student interest, okay, will lose. Okay, they will not in a position to listen. Okay, then it happens to the teacher. Immediately they ask to the teacher after the test, sir, please tell me how much marks I have received. Maybe immediately second day. But we say that no, I have not assisted. Okay, and it may take him, for the busy schedule of the teacher, it may take him more time, more than 1 week, but their interest get loose. But if I'm using this analysis tool using the AI, definitely I will get the immediate result. Maybe I'm having the MCQ test, the student will get immediate results, okay, that whether it has got 18 or 20 out of 20 mark, and the interactive, okay, it will be help. Now if I'm having such platform where I'm also giving what is the correct answer and what is the wrong answer, okay, where the student has given the wrong answer, which point it has not covered, definitely it will help us to have the adaptive thing. That's why we suggest to use the AI powered learning analytics tool to be used. Then personalization, generic insight, group level, Okay, but here we will get as individual learning path as well as the feedback. So we'll get the focus is on each and every student. Okay, scalability. I think this is the major issue that we are having. Okay, here scalability. Traditional without AI, I'm having the limitation. Manual, it is not possible. Okay, so if the number of subjects increases, number of student increases, I think it is difficult for the teacher to give the personal feedback, to check the papers and everything. And generally the teachers say that I am having the more than 3 heads, more than 4 heads, and the as it means that the scalability indicate number of student increases, we are having the limitation. But if I am considering it as the AI powered tool, okay, then it is automated work at very large scale. Okay, we may have the more than, I think nowadays you are finding, maybe with your NPTEL course or other online courses, you can find it as the number of students, maybe more than 1000, but still it is possible for us to send the individual mail to the each and every student, whether you have submitted the assignment, what is your score, what is the deadline, everything. Okay, so that is the main advantage. Decision making, again, we say that it is the slow and reactive, whereas here the decision making is very fast, as well as the proactive, as well as the data driven. So these are the main advantages. And this says that this table clearly indicate that we should in a position to use the AI powered learning analytics during the session that will help us to have the more engagement. Okay, so that is what the thing that we are having. Let us move to the next slide. Now, on this particular slide, I have mentioned at how the shift towards the AI, why this learning analytics is moving from the traditional way to the AI powered tools. Okay, and believe me, those who are already using these tools, they will definitely they're enjoying. Okay, so I consider that why this shift is there. Evolution of the analytics. First, it is descriptive, focus on what happened, reports, past data, only this is going to help us. Okay, only maybe I think generally I think so many teachers have attended the meeting, maybe after the end semester examination or the maybe after the university results. Okay, and after the university result, in the maybe with the management and principal, they say that your subject result is less than 70% or it is low. But all these things we are doing at the end, okay, at the end of the examination. But somewhere, if I'm using this tool, that will help me to have the predictive analysis, anticipates what is likely to happen. I want to find out early stage at early thing that which are the students going to drop, which are going to fail. Okay, so we say that what is likely to happen, what is the risk detection, as well as the performance forecasting. Okay, so I considered these are the important points having. Then nowadays, now if I say that the data mining tools, they may in a position to go for only predictive analysis, but here we may now go for the prescriptive analysis. So not only it says that these are the 4 5 students, they are going to drop, they are going to fail in the subject, but it also helps us to say that what actions we can take. A personalization, then adaptive fast, then it will suggest that in exactly where the students are lagging, whether they are lagging in a particular unit, whether they are lagging into the presentation, whether they are lagging in the oral, whether they are lagging in the quiz, whether they are very good into the writing descriptive answer, but they are not good in the MCQs. Some questions they are good in MCQs, but they are not having the in a position to write it appropriately. So all these things that we are having. Okay, so here this I think I have added this diagram for the how we are moving. Okay, so this indicate that we are moving from the descriptive to the predictive, and nowadays we don't want only prediction. Okay, as a teacher don't want that these are the 7 or 8 students likely to fail in the subject, but I want what actions or what corrective measures I should take, and that is given by the prescriptive analysis. So here I have written it as the AI contribution. It enables real-time monitoring of the learning behavior. Okay, then provides adaptive interventions, for example, recommendation. So here I think maybe after this the nice utter FDP of 1 week, I think every participant or every teacher should have the habit of not only conducting only unit tests or descriptive, but start conducting the quizzes, maybe the study reminders, say that give the reminders that today is the last day of, you should in a position with tailored resources that we can give. we can may have conduct the nowadays we are knowing that we may have the different puzzles or the games based on your subject. So all this should be included into the type of the analysis. Okay, not only the pen and paper answer sheet where they are writing. This shifts learning analytics from passive reporting to the active support. So this AI will help us to make your course, make your subject more active and engaging the student with the help of the. I think I remember that some of the teachers may be conducting some surprise tests, maybe in any one of the session. But instead of I call it as surprise test, we may in a position to goes on conducting the MCQ test, maybe the quiz, maybe the puzzle, maybe the group discussion, maybe the different projects that will help. So all this AI will help us to move from the not only to the predictive to the prescriptive analysis. Okay, so this is the main area where we need to concentrate or we need to focus. Okay, now let us understand the point. Just 1 minute. Yes, it is correct. No issue. I just off my camera. That will help me to have the less bandwidth to be utilized. Okay. Okay. So what I am going to use is AI in education. Okay. So first point now, how AI will help in education. Before that, everyone knows what is the definition of AI. What is AI? So AI refers to the machines simulating the human intelligence. Okay. So whatever the human intelligence, I want it should be analyzed by the machine. Obviously, here we are considering nowadays machine may be considered as our laptop or computer, which will help us, or even the mobile will help us to enable this. It enables the systems to learn. Okay. Now AI will help us to learn, reason, adapt, and make the decision similar to the human beings. Okay. So we say that nowadays we can add the AI or AI powered word to anything, okay, to any device. Okay. We will be in a position to add the AI features. Okay. So the key subfields which we are going to use. Now, I think I'm talking more technical things related to the AI, which will help us in the education. The first one is we call it as the machine learning. Now, this machine learning algorithm will help to help the learner to find out the data and improve over the time. Okay, so these ML algorithms will help to learn from the data and it will in a position to improve it. Okay, so all this analysis part we will be in a position to use using the ML algorithm. Then we can use the NLP as one of the key subfield in the AI for the education, that is natural language processing, that will understand and generative human languages. Okay, so the NLP will help us to process it. Uh, Now, I just want to put one important point here is if I give my answer sheet for the AI tool to assess, okay, quite obvious, it may be my descriptive paper. The student has written the more than 10-15 pages of the answer sheet. And if I give this to the AI NLP tool here, I just focus over here. The AI NLP tool will help us to identify the grammatical mistakes. It will identify which words it is wrong, which sentences are not correct, which things it is not having. So it will understand the language and it will give it. But for the teacher, it is generally observed that the teacher never read each and every line in the answer sheet. Rather, it will just check important points are there and be in a position to give it. Okay, so that is what the major difference. If I use NLP, then it will give me the each and every detail, okay, that which are wrong, which are the correct word, which is grammatical mistake, which is not required, and so on. The next feature we can use is the computer vision, okay, that will interpreting and analyzing the visual information, okay, like the images and the videos. In online course, I want that the engagement of the student, okay, that again I say that how much the students are listening carefully, whether which tools they are using resources. So I definitely I require the computer vision to capture the images to see that their visual information, okay, the images how they are reading. Maybe we are scanning the videos. Okay, I think all these computer visions are used, okay, whenever we are conducting the proctored examination. Okay, nowadays, I think all the campus placement companies, okay, going to conduct the written test as like exam, but it is proctored examination. So this computer vision will help us, okay, to improve into the task of the to conduct the proctored examination. Now, I just say that the AI in general education, okay, the point I just want to, not only the education, but in the general education. So how I can use, what I should use, okay, which we may not be using right now. No, some of the teachers are already using. Okay, for example, the chatbots for the student queries. Okay, so I may generate the chatbot so that it will help us to give the queries given by the answer FAQ instantly. Now the chatbot will help us to give the answer to all the questions, okay, frequently asked question immediately or instantly. Then we say that the nowadays we are using the chatbot for our college purpose, education purpose, maybe for the admission queries, maybe to indicate these are the deadlines, maybe giving the course detail material. So here we don't want the human to give the answer, okay, as well as the generally it happens the student will not call the teacher and ask the doubt, rather the chatbot will help them, okay, to give the instant answer. Again important, it will provide the 24/7 support, okay, as well as it is available, reducing the administrative workload. Okay, so these are the main important. Second, auto grading of assignment. Okay, I think I call it as this. It is possible for us to not only MCQ paper, even descriptive question paper also. We can in the position to give the auto grading. So automatic evaluation of the quizzes, MCQs, even the essays or the question answer sheet. These are possible. Okay, maybe at the end of the session, if possible, I'm going to show you the one of the videos that how we can use the, okay, grade me AI tool is available, okay, so that we can do all the things, saves teacher time, okay, and ensures the faster feedback for the student. Okay, that is what I said. The traditional method, the student, we are not giving the immediate response or the quick result, okay, but using AI it will give me the fast result. Then we are considering it as the personalized study
Sir,
material.
may I ask,
Yes.
sir, may I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. Yes, please go forward.
Yes, sir. If you go for application of this AI as far as auto grading of assignments are concerned or
Yes,
evaluating the answer sheets are concerned,
yes,
and if you rely on AI for even result declaration, won't you think that it will be a problematic for the students because AI will try to compare the ideal answers with the answers that the students have written, and after
yes,
comparing only it can give you the recommendations or evaluation. So that will be a limitation, don't you think so?
yes, sir. I'm really thankful for you for your kind attention and asking the question, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Actually, sir, when you start using this AI related tool for grading, or maybe now assume that you're having one subject, assume that the subject itself is artificial intelligence. Okay. And the student has written first, you have conducted the unit test one on first unit. Okay. Maybe you are having the 5 MCQ question, 3, 4 subjective question. Student has written the answer. Okay. And what you need to do is you need to create the PDF of it, and you will be in a position to upload to this. Now, your question is very correct. Now, you are saying that all these AI tools will definitely will search the answer on the Google or maybe the Chat GPT and find out how much percentage the answers are correct. It is correct, na, sir? You want to ask this question?
Yes, right, right.
Yes, yes. But now, sir, all these AI tools are having another options are available. For example, for your course, for your this, you can even give the textbook which is available, which is mentioned in your syllabus. Okay, then you can guide the AI. You can say that AI that you should find out or assess it based on the given textbook only, not from the Chat GPT or maybe the Google searching or any other. Even it is possible for us to mention that the assessment should be based on the which textbook. Second important, as we are knowing, you can as a teacher, you can have your model answer. Okay, you can prepare the model answer and give that model answer to the AI tool. Then all these assessment will based on the your model answer sheet. Okay, so all these things are already available. I hope you clear with the I have given the answer.
Sir, may
Yeah.
I ask one question?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, my question is that one, that suppose 60 students appearing in the same classroom and that there
Yes.
is only one set of paper. And
Yeah.
suppose a mass copy case occur, mass copy case. So
Yes,
when
sir.
we
Yes.
physically check, we identify that with mass copy case and sometimes we do the unfair means. How it is
Yes.
possible with AI? Because if mass copy occur, then everyone
Yes.
would get very good grades if this access through AI. So that problem could occur, na, sir, na? If it
Yes, sir.
is
Sir,
if student do cheating.
yes, sir. Actually, what I say that now it is if you are using, actually we are already using the Moodle. Okay, if you have used the Moodle, okay, then on the Moodle you can find that the Moodle itself is have already implemented this tool to find out the how many students has given the exact word-to-word answer is correct, that it will identify. So definitely it will identify the mass copy. Even not only for the answer, sir, it will give you, suppose you are given students some program to write, okay, and every student has written the same code and they have uploaded it, okay, then also it will identify the similarities between it. So all these things are possible, sir. No problem at all.
So what
And
I feel
sometimes
that, sir, what I
sometimes
feel.
they draw.
Please continue, sir. Please continue.
Hello. Yeah. What I feel, sir. So AI can be used only as a guiding tool for the teacher in assessment. Means according to AI, the AI will just compare the things with the actual, and then it will guide the teacher that the data is irrelevant or whatever the student has written, it is up to this much of relevant or irrelevant, whatever it may be. It can be used only as a guiding tool, not for assessing the things and declaring the
No, sir.
results
No,
and all.
no, no, sir. No. It will help you to give the exact marks also based on that is what I'm saying. If you use the
No, no,
AI
I'm
tool.
talking about subject. I'm talking about subjective papers, not
Yes,
objective
sir. Yes,
papers.
yeah. I'm also talking about subjective paper, sir. If you
Yeah.
create a PDF of the subjective paper and give it to the AI, okay, then
Yeah.
definitely, yeah, and already along with you should need to give the question paper, quite obvious, and as based on it. Okay, so based on the question paper and answer PDF, it will give you the out of, suppose it is only for 20 marks. It will assess. Maybe it is having 5 MCQ questions, remaining 3 questions are subjective or complete subjective paper. It will give you that out of this how much marks the student get. And believe me, sir, we have analyzed the after conducting, we have collected that the after the teacher is also we told teacher to assess the paper and the normal way, and we have compared their marks with the AI tool, and we have found that more than 95%, 90% it is accurate. It don't have any issue. Only the previous, I think one participant has asked me the question that is very correct. Okay, for the, if you want the assessment should be based on your method or the answer should be in this way, then at that time you just need to prepare your model answer, create a PDF of your model answer and just give it to it. It will give the 100% correct result. It will not have any issue.
No, for the subjects like management. If you talk about management papers, then though the views of expressing the things may be differ. If you refer different books, you will come to know that they have written the things in a very different way. So
Yes, sir.
if you talk about the
Technical
papers
things
or courses which are
for
technical,
engineering and
which
technical.
have
Yes, sir. Yes.
it can be used more reliably on technical papers instead of general
Yes.
papers.
Sir, actually here I think I have mentioned, okay, the even you can essay writing, even it will assess the essays. Okay, suppose you are having the essay competition and you can give it, then still also it is in a position to give the answer correctly. Some of the
Sure.
cases, as you have said, okay, for related to management subject, their way of thinking and this, but still it will give, and that is what I told, the more accurate result. Definitely at the end, what I say that, okay, that is the quite obvious thing. Okay, the AI will never in a position to 100% as per the human intelligence, it will not work. But definitely
Yeah.
this will help us to more than 90% accuracy it is going to giving. It is giving. And I already have seen this. For my own
Okay.
paper, whatever the paper I have assessed, subjective paper, the same I have given to
Okay.
the AI and I have just compared. So I don't think it will have any issue. Okay.
Okay.
There is a,
Okay.
okay, yes, definitely
Sir,
there is a margin of 5 to
sir,
10%. Yes, sir.
sir, one question.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Suppose in engineering there are design subjects, and sir, in design subjects, suppose uh, whatever we say that if 10 students do the design, and all the 10 designs would be different and all might be correct, right, sir? So
Yes, sir. Yes.
as such, if we are having good vast experience of teaching, So we could identify and detect that those the 10 answers are different, but all are correct and all can get the good grades. So
Yes,
is
sir.
AI technique filled with the knowledge of reputed books and that type of justification AI technique, is it possible to do?
Sir, what I say is, that is what I'm saying. As we just goes on using the AI tools, we need to update these tools or the features based on some of whatever you have asked the question. It may not be the facility available immediately now, but definitely as we receive, as everyone start using it, okay, whatever your queries are there, definitely that AI tool is in a position to get improved, and we just goes on adding the features into it. Okay?
Because sir,
Definite.
whatever I feel, design books, suppose whatever the design we do, when we refer McGraw-Hill books and other reputed publications, we also find difference, and it is our knowledge and our vast experience work, and we then after justify that which design is correct and which is wrong. If AI
Yes.
technique filled with such the knowledge of that books, then only it is possible to do that justification as
Yes,
a
sir.
human
Yes,
being.
yes, it is very correct, because definitely the AI will work based on the whatever the historical data you are giving, maybe whatever the textbook and references that you are giving, maybe whatever the model answer you are giving. Okay, so it is having the limitation of whatever the things which is available. Okay, based on it, it is in a position to give the grading. No issue. But not whatever you are saying, it is not 100% accuracy. Definitely the teacher who is having more experience, okay, and he may know that whatever the answer given in the textbook also may be not correct, it is wrong. Okay, at that time I think the AI will not help. So we need to, in such a case we need to, that is what I'm saying, in such a case we need to give the different model answer. In the model answer you may say that this, if the students are going for this design, okay, then this is 100% accurate. Other designs you say that you can give out of 10, you can give the 9 or 8 marks. Okay, so it's all these things are possible, but whatever you are saying, it is very correct. It is not has reached at that much accuracy, but definitely it will help us, okay, to do all these assessment very fast.
Fine. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thanks for asking the question. That is what I'm saying at the end. Okay, we are going to see one video that Grade Me AI tool is available. Actually, it is a US-based company. Our college is already having the MOU with, and I am using all these tools already, and I have done it for my own subject. Okay, actually, this semester I am teaching computer network and cloud computing subject, and whatever the marks I have given and the paper assess, okay, I have generated PDF, submitted to AI. I seen their result as well as my own. I have assessed the papers and given the answer. Definitely, it is never have any issues related to MCQ question. Okay? But subjective also, it is in a position to give it. But definitely, it will depends upon if I want to make it accuracy. Okay, we need to give the model answer. We need to give the textbook which we are going to refer. Okay? Instead of referring maybe that from the Chat GPT or AI, it will help us to refer. So we need in a position as we are giving the study material to the student. Okay, we may, for example, another case I have observed is, suppose you are giving your own notes to the student in the PDF form, and you say that you assess based on these notes which you have given to the student. Definitely, it will assess based on the notes also. Okay, so all these options are available, and that is what I'm saying. It is very easy for us. Okay, may not be now. Maybe you can find after 4 or 5 years. Okay, the teachers are also starting using all these tools. Okay. Okay, let us continue our discussion.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, whether that your AI identifies the handwriting of different students?
Yes, sir. Yes, that is I'm saying.
Okay, it is handwritten
You
paper,
just,
sir. Answer.
yes, sir, handwritten paper I'm talking about. Whatever the handwritten paper is there, you just scan it, create the PDF and upload, sir. It will convert your text. Maybe it will recognize your handwriting, everything. Okay? Yes, sir, it is possible. Okay?
So all universities should adopt these assessment.
Maybe, maybe they are going to adopt, sir. Maybe after a few years. I don't think it is immediately. It is possible for all. Okay. Same thing, sir. As nowadays, every university is going for online assessment, online evaluation.
On screen
The
evaluation
teacher,
is going on.
on screen evaluation, teacher is giving the marks instead of teacher. The AI will in a position to give the mark. But that is what I'm saying. For that, your model answer which you are uploading, it should be very correct. So you give the instruction to the AI that it has to assess based on what that we need to specify.
Yes, we have to suggest to the university.
Yes, sir. Definitely. So continue with the discussion. So we are considering auto grading of assignment. Okay. Then we are having the personalized the study material. Okay. AI recommend resources based on the each learner's strength as well as the weaknesses. Support adaptive learning path for the better outcome. So all now I think I have received the so many questions. Thank you for the all these questions that we have considered only for the assessment. But now what is about analysis? After the analysis part, it will in a position to give. Hello. Please mute yourself, sir. Or ask the question.
Participants are requested to mute the mic. Participants are requested to mute the mic.
Okay, thank you. Let us continue. Let me. Okay. Now, how this machine learning will help us in the learning analytics. First one, find the patterns in the student data. Okay, now since we have discussed this stage, analyze the large data set, maybe based on the learning management software log, assessments, activity record. So it will find out the similarity patterns into the student, detect trends in learning behavior, then the engagement and the performance. I think this is what somewhere we are finding it as we need the teacher is lagging, is we have to find out what is their learning behavior. We must in a position to engage the students in our subject or in our course engagement and definitely the performance. Okay, so and all these engagements will improve definitely not only using the traditional method but maybe using the different method. Okay, that we call it as AI powered methods if we can use. Predict outcomes. Okay, now this is what that is what I told maybe at the initial stage. Now this SIH problem, Smart India Hackathon has mentioned this as one of the important problem statement for the student to do is maybe after immediately, suppose I am having the course of 6 months or maybe 4 months, maybe after the 1 or 2 months learning, they should find out okay, the which student or which are the dropout student, okay, which are going to likely to drop out. So it will help us for the predict the outcomes, forecast which student may struggle or leave the course. Okay, so that we need to identify immediately. So many times it happens after, at the end of the semester, the teacher analyze that this is the student going to fail in my subject, okay, or will not perform. Okay, but early detection, early prediction is what we want to be more important. Enable early intervention with personalized support, improves retention ratio and academic success. Okay, so all these things are possible immediately after the first 1 or 2 months based on the attendance of the student, based on the its engagement of the student, how much time it is spending on listening to your videos, how many quiz it has solved, how many assignment it has given, whether the assignment is completed based on the deadline and all. So here the machine learning will definitely help. Machine learning tool will help. Now I am focusing on the AI tools which will help for learning analytics. Okay, first one is machine learning, second is NLP, third is computer vision. So the first that I use is the machine learning. Second, I call it as it is natural language processing or the NLP. Yes, the natural language processing method will analyze the essays as well as the discussion forum. Now, this processes written responses, the forum post discussion as well as the chat logs. Okay, it will analyze this and in a position to find out. Okay, so this is related to the natural language processing pattern. Identify the key concept, the arguments which are made, and what is the writing quality of the student. So it will also give me the grammatical mistake made by the student. Okay, whatever the sentence it is for me is correct or not. Which are the spelling mistake it has made, everything. So all these are possible with the NLP. detects if I use I'm talking about if I give the recorded video of any presentation of the student, then definitely it will find out detect the tone, quality, learning process, recognize the sentiments. Okay, so this is another. I just want to focus. This is another problem statement given in the SIH that after uploading the presentation or maybe the whatever the interviews, we need to identify the n number of parameters. What is the confidence level? Okay, whether whatever the answer it is given by the contextually it is correct or not. Okay, what is the confidence? What is the pronunciation? Everything. So always whether while giving the presentation, whether its sentiment is whether it is happy, sad, whatever. Okay, so all these things will be recognized. It will recognize the sentiment, whether it is positive, whether the student is confused, whether it is frustrated or what it is. It measures the depths of the understanding and critical thinking, tracks improvement in the communication skill over time. So that is what I'm saying. It will give the based on your communication, your presentation, and these tools are already in existence. Okay, and we found that some of the students have already done a very good project related to it. Only we need to upload the 5 or 10 minutes. Not if you upload for 5-10 minutes presentation video, captured video to the NLP tool, it will give you the complete analysis. Okay, so based on n number of features we can add. Even I found that these tools are giving, for example, while I am delivering the session, in my session I may be using some of the words repeated, and generally we are having the habit. We say that okay, 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 or correct. I'm using the correct. Is it correct? Whether you understood. So these words I am repeating in my presentation. That is also identified by the NLP tools and will suggest that. Or some of the things, I think they are using the word or the pause and they are saying some tones as similar thing. So everything will be if you give the video of presentation of 5 or 10 minutes, the NLP will help you for the track the improvements, communication, where they are lagging, and everything. Okay. Third tool, which is comes under the AI, is we call it as the computer vision. Okay, so we need to require this computer vision tool to be used appropriately. It tracks the attention and engagement. Okay, uses webcams or eye tracking to monitor the focus level. Okay, if I say that if you want to know this, definitely it will require already the data is given to the system, that the face recognition. It means all the student, their name, their face, everything. And then after that, it will identify whether when the learners are distracted, whether they are disengaged, what exactly they are doing. So this will be identified. So I required the computer vision tools to be used here. Analyze the facial expression in online classes. Okay, so this CV tool will help us to analyze the facial expression, whether they are interested, whether they are nervous, whether they are attending. Detect emotions like confusion, frustration, whether they are interested, provides teacher with the real-time feedback on class engagement. Maybe after the online session or the online class, it will be in a position to give you the teacher as a feedback. What is the engagement level of the student during your session? Okay, so all this. So that's why I have added these three tools of the AI will help us. First one is machine learning, second is natural language processing, and the third is computer vision. These three important tools will help us in the learning analytics. Okay. Just moving to the next point. Okay. So I think I attended some of the session yesterday and I found that some of the examples are already given. Okay, so I considered just 1 minute. Yes. So we are having Duolingo, adaptive learning techniques, AI tools. I think I think explained yesterday by the one of the resource person. Okay, that I think I also shown the open the home page of this and explain how it is useful. Now I talk about if I considered everyone is using the so many different courses we are doing using the Coursera. It means providing the personal recommendation, suggest courses and resources tailored to the student interest and progress. I think whenever you join on the Udemy course, Udemy or maybe the Coursera, maybe upgrade, whatever we are having. So definitely it will give us the personalized recommendation. If I already have done one of the course under the data science, definitely it will be suggesting me the another courses are there. Suppose I have more interested in other course, it will give me you should go for the prompt engineering courses available. Okay, so personalized recommendation are possible. Uses ML to guide career as well as the skill pathways. All these already the Coursera they are using it. Okay, Then another related to mathematics tutoring, we are having the maths AIA, intelligent tutoring system is available, offers step-by-step feedback in the math problem solving, detects misconception and provide the targeted hints. Okay. I just want to inform to the participant, I have used this tool, AI tool, and where you are engineering mathematics 3, I think those are related to engineering. They are doing that. The maths subject answer sheet are also uploaded, and it will in a position to find out the correct answer. It also in a position to give you the step-by-step marks. Okay. So out of 5, though the final answer is wrong, but the steps are correct, then it will be in a position to give you the step-by-steps marks into the mathematical solution. Okay. So all these are the different AI example tools are available. Okay. Now we are just focusing. So I'm just moving a little bit fast because I'm having application as well as we are going for the challenges, then the future trend. Okay. So I've written it as a different application. Okay. So I read it little bit fast. The first application is predicting the student performance. The first application of AI in learning analytics is predict student performance. ML predict grades from the past behavior, uses quiz score, LMS activity, study pattern, identify the trends in the learning performance. Second, early intervention for low performance. So it will identify which are the low performance students, flags at risk students before exams, enable teacher to provide the targeted support. Then the visual idea. Line graph shows actual performance trend, prediction arrow, extended upward downward direction, and somewhere it will identify that which are the students at risk zone. Maybe in the red form, say that these are the students. Now, why I say that these particular things are important? It may happen some of the cases my question paper label is hard, very hard. Okay, and I found that out of the class of 60, okay, highest marks out of 100 is already maximum 60 marks. So all the students has got less mark. So automatically the AI tool will help me based on the difficulty level, based on the group performance, it will identify that which are the students in the zone. Maybe they have some of the students have got less mark, but the overall result or the average is less. So automatically it will find out. Okay, so which are the line graph, maybe using the clustering it will use, and it will identify the student. Second application, identifying at-risk student. Okay. Early warning system. Okay. Monitor LMS logs, attendance, and the quiz results. Detect signs of disengagement, low activity, missed deadlines. So all these are the measures. Based on that, we can give the early warnings to the student. We can find out which are the student has not submitted the assignment in the deadline, those who have not completed the practical experiment within a time, how many are having. So based on maybe their quiz result, unit test result, somewhere this system will identify the early warning, give the early warning to the student. Now, what is the purpose? Okay, I say that the main purpose, somewhere we should understand the purpose is alert teachers to have some interaction with the student before performance drops further. Okay, I think this is what the main important part that we are considering. Okay, the teacher, it will help teacher to identify and have interaction with the student to increase their engagement so that at least at the end they will not drop out. Okay, provide support through the counseling. Obviously it is our teacher has to go for the counseling, remedial lessons, it has to personalize study plans, it has discussed. So if we do this, and for that the AI tool will help us to identify the which are the probable, okay, or identify the risk at risk student, how many students are at risk, that we are going to identify. Next application, I call it as personalized learning path. Now you can find that if you say, or some of the online courses you can find, maybe the Coursera and any other, they are going to give you the path that if you want to become a data scientist, okay, which are the courses that you should do or you should complete to make you as a data scientist. Or suppose you want that ML engineer, then definitely it will help us to give that the personalized path. So it will give the adaptive contents, learning material adjust based on the each student's strength as well as the weaknesses, ensure student move at their own pace, and for the better thing. So now we are having some of the, I think this yesterday's resource person also has told about the Khan Academy example. Okay, so recommends exercises, lesson related to the student performance, provide hints, practice set, master base. I think we are knowing that these AI tools will help while you are appearing for the GRE exam, TOEFL examination. Based on your previous answer, I think difficulty level may be changing. Okay, so your next question, which is going to appear on your screen, may changes, or it may based on your previous path. Okay, that is also possible. Okay. Next, I call it as the application is adaptive testing. Okay. So I have listed a number of applications. So real difficulty in adjustment. Question difficulty changes dynamically based on the student response. Okay. So your MCQ, which is coming in front of the student, may change based on the dynamically it is going to change. Correct answer. If you give the correct answer, then it may ask the next question is a little bit hard. If you give incorrect answer, then it may ask the easier question. Provides a more accurate measure to the ability. So real-time difficulty adjustment is possible. Exam, that is what I just given the example is GRE adaptive examination. Okay, GRE TOEFL, they are following these methods. Okay, so GRE adapts the test section to student performance. So based on this, their difficulty level is going to change. Ensure fairness and precision in the evaluation. So all these tools will, it is possible for us to conduct the adaptive testing. Okay. So that is what generally as a teacher we are doing physically. Okay. If the student is not in any position to solve the hard question, we will ask. In generally the oral, okay, we will go for it. Okay. If the student gives the correct answer to the first question, I think next question we are going to ask in the oral examination will be more difficult. If it is not giving the answer to the first question correctly, I think we reduce our level and ask the next question, which is a maybe easy question. If it is so, in this way, the same thing is applicable, and that is possible with the help of the adaptive testing. Then I think yesterday's intelligent tutoring system, ITS. So that we are considering that will give the hints, feedback, or the guidelines, work step by step assistant while solving the problem, provide the immediate feedback on the mistakes, adapt explanation based on the learner's level. Okay. So examples that we are having this math tutor I have seen. It will give the tracks problem solving assess process in the real time, use personalized hints to correct functions like a virtual teacher, which is available. Okay, so all these things that are considered. Next application. I know the time is remaining. I have to cover the next point, so I'm just moving a little bit fast. Okay. Okay, another application is learning behavior analysis. I think these are the important things, okay, which are given by the AI tool and difficult for our traditional methods, okay, to use. It tracks study habits, monitor time spent on the tasks, modules, or quizzes, detect procrastination or the irregular study pattern, insight for the improvement, helps identify learners who need better time management, provide teacher with actionable data to design invention. So all these graphical measures will give me that the students are studying on which day. If I count it as a, I think I just shown this diagram to indicate that maybe on Monday, Tuesday, what is their learning behavior. Okay. So in which days they are going to learn more or their attention is more. So all these things are possible. Learning behavior analysis is also possible. Next is real-time feedback. Okay, so instant hints and correction. Yeah, evaluate the student work. Okay, this one as it belongs being done, provides immediate suggestions for the improvement, help learner correct the mistake before they become habit. Okay, so generally we are finding it as nowadays whenever I'm going to type the email, automatically my email is also already available with the AI tool. So definitely it is going to give me, I think it also predict what is the next step. If I type only respected, RESP, it will give me the respected sir or madam. If I'm giving it as thank you or waiting for the reply, I just type waiting, it will give me that it is the next sentence will be waiting for reply. Okay, or maybe whatever the grammatical mistake I'm making while typing the email also. Okay, so all this grammarly will help us offer grammar, style, clarity correction in real time, tracks writing improvements over the time. Okay, so already these are the tools we are already using. Okay, maybe while typing the email, maybe typing the message, okay, and all the things. Okay, so this is already in use. So I call it as real time feedback is important. Collaborative insight. Now, I want everyone to just understand that one of the important application is analyze the group contribution. It tracks student interaction in the forum, chats, group projects, measure engagement, idea sharing, team dynamics. You can find it as this, why I have chosen this particular diagram, what I learned from the group project. If I ask the question and I get it as, then they say that the information, how to work with other people is very less. How to do entire project on my own, I think they say that I want it is more percentage, or how much I hate with other people. This percentage is more. Okay, but somewhere, okay, these are the information which I have gained, or how to work with other people. Somewhere that percentage is very less. Okay, so collaborative activities should be conducted, and that will help us to have the student will team engagement. Identifies the unequal participation. It is student who contribute less. Just one. Okay, help teacher balance the participation as well as the assigned roles effectively. So these are the application. Next important part is curriculum optimization. Identify the effective modules. We take the weak modules, spot topics. So I think for the teacher, okay, the analysis, okay, of this will help us also in optimizing the curriculum. Maybe update the different modules, add the extra modules, remove some of the modules in the resources, improve the learning output. Okay, so somewhere we should identify which are the modules which is having more practical importance. Okay, or some of the modules which are more theoretical we should remove. That will help. That will reducing the engagement or the interest of the student. Rather, we should add the modules in the course which will help us to have the more interest and the engagement of the student. Detects weak modules. Okay, that is what I'm talking about. Spot topic where students consistently struggle, helps redesign and improve the contents for better clarity, as well as the improvement or more engagement and the creating more interest of the student. Then the administrative use. I think we are now moving part that these tools will help the management principals predict the enrollment trends, uses historical data to forecast the student intake, help plan course offering, faculty requirement, optimize the resources, allocate the number of classroom, labs, digital infrastructure, support budgeting, long-term strategies, and everything. So all these are possible. Okay, that will help administrator, okay, to take the decision. Now I'm just putting some of the case studies here. Okay, so whenever you are getting the extra time or at your own, you can just, okay, visit, okay, this Georgia State University, which is already using the AI powered risk tracking, and it is improved outcome. So this case study of the Georgia State University says that how the AI in learning analytics has helped them. So AI powered risk tracking. So it monitor 800 plus risk factors in their module, maybe in the grades, maybe attendance, financial status, engagement, detect early signs of the student. And what they achieved is the improved outcome is achieved. Proactive, and here significant boost in the graduation and the retention rates. So for this university, the AI tool has helped to increase or boost the graduation program as well as the increase the retention ratio. Modules widely recognized as a benchmark for the student and the success. Okay, so I think this diagram just shows at what parameter we can analyze with the AI, the performance, skill, creativity, potential, contribution of the student, everything can be analyzed. Okay, so this is one case study. Second case study I just highlight is the Coursera. It is AI powered recommendation are there, analyze learner behavior, interest, progress, and it is going to suggest you the course which is suitable for you. Suggest courses, specialization, skill paths tailored to the each student. Okay, so based on this, it is in a position to have the suggest AI powered recommendation, personalized learning experience. Okay, guides learner toward the career goals, increase engagement and the course completion rates. Okay, so all this is the second case study. Okay, so if you go for, and already these Coursera courses are used in all these universities. That is, as one of the participants has asked me the question, it is very correct. Nowadays, so many foreign universities are using these AI learning tools. Okay, but maybe, our universities may in a position to adapt it. But I think in the future or some of the years, it may happen that we are also in a position to just goes on using it. Nowadays, I think some of the universities has already mentioned, okay, as it is based on the credit system, okay, they have mentioned that for this particular course, instead of giving the university examination, you can go for the NPTEL course and submit the certificate. Then it is possible for you to get the same credit. Without giving the university examination, they can clear the NPTEL examination and submit the certificate. So all these things may happen. And some of the online courses they can do. Some of the courses they are doing in the classroom. Other they can do at their own as online courses and submit their certification, and that will be added to the credit. So all these things are going to happen in the near future. I think this is also already explained in the yesterday's resource person. So it is adaptive AI for the language learning. Now this is somewhere I want it as the provide personalize the lesson, practice, and I hope some of the teachers know that there are so many Infosys Springboard is available, IBM is providing, Coursera is providing, everyone they are providing their all their online courses where if the student complete these many videos, then definitely they will get this. These are the we call it as the things they will get. Maybe the t-shirt, maybe the bag, maybe the thing, and so on. So the rewards are given. A reward progress with the different levels, and they are saying that now I reach at this particular level, then I will get this reward. And their interest increases, and they are going to promote this student also on the social media, maybe the LinkedIn. And nowadays you can find your students are already doing all these online courses. Maybe the Infosys is also providing with the Springboard. Maybe the Capgemini is also providing. So many platforms are available where they will be in a position to use all these courses. Okay. Now coming to the part of the conclusion, as per the session time, I say that let us quickly review which are the benefits of the AI in learning analytics. Which are the benefit if I use AI in learning analytics? First one is improved student outcomes, higher retention ratio, better grades they will achieve. Second, enhance teaching effectiveness. AI insight help lesson planning. So AI will help the teacher that the teaching will more effective based on the need to change their learning. As based on the learning, we may in a position to change the teaching methods. Then efficient resource management, optimizing the staffing, scheduling of the task, scalability, support thousands and millions of the learner at the same time, with the help of this online platform. So these are, I call it as the benefits of AI in learning analytics: improve student outcome, enhance teaching effectiveness, efficient resource management, and the scalability. Now let us consider the challenges. I call it as the different challenges of the AI in learning analytics. Now this is what somewhere I say that we need to concentrate if we start using the AI in the learning analytics. First one is data privacy. Student data must be protected. Then, as some of the faculty members has or participant has asked me the question, so it is very correct. It is bias and fairness. How the AI tool is going to have the unbiasing on how it will provide fairness. AI can reflect another things, so that we need to somewhere to be more consider it as one of the important challenge. Ethical concern, consent, surveillance, transparency, technical barriers are there. No, this is what the problem we are having. Some of the student may have they are not having the infrastructure which is available to have to go for all these online courses and all. But as well as we require the skilled staff members are required. I want that all the staff members or teachers should start conducting the quizzes, maybe the puzzles, maybe the games for their subject, along with some mini project and all. So that will help them to increase their learning engagement. Then this is what we are calling it as resistance to the change. The teacher as well as student are hesitant to change or start using the AI tool. Generally, we say that if AI has doing the assessment and giving me the marks, it is doing the role of the teacher. Then the question is whether it has bias, whether it is correct, or so on. So definitely there is a resistance to the change. So these are the challenges of using the AI in the learning tool. One is privacy or security, bias and fairness, ethical concerns are there, technical barriers. Some of the students will not nowadays. Some of the students may not be using the even mobile phones, or maybe they are not having the appropriate things to solve the quiz, online quiz. Maybe you are giving after the college hours. So all these things are technical barriers are there and resistant to the change. So all these we are considering. I understand due to the whatever the time we are having at 7:30, I have just some of the points I have delivered very fast. So let us move to the future trends which are available. Okay, and then I come to the conclusion. Future trends which I considered. Okay, I think as I told, whatever the other universities, foreign universities are already adopting these tools. For us to adopt, it may take more time, but in future, we are having AI plus, okay, AR and VR. Okay, these are okay, augmented reality, virtual reality will be added, immersive simulation to the STM, predictive. Now, this prediction is very important. AI alerts before the failure, improvement in the graph, global education equity, helps reach undeserved learners. AI tutors are also available, 24/7 learning assistance is available. And obviously, the lifelong learning. AI support the continuous learning, because all these things are available. Whenever you are having the time, you will be in a position to complete your module, go through the videos. And I think purposefully I have added this diagram, where we are finding that maybe we are considering that the boss of this. I think this lady is making the shake hand with the boss, and the boss is, we call it as one of the robot, which is maybe in a position to work in the form of the this. So these are the future trends. We say that it may take few years or some of the years for using all this in our practical, maybe at the university level, maybe at the college level. But believe me, we have already started. I'm just experiment that the answer sheets assessment through the AI, and some of the cases we are finding it gives the accurate result. Okay, so I want really thankful to all for giving your kind attention to the session. I also thankful to the management and the principal and coordinators, okay, for giving me this opportunity. Definitely, I'm going to share this PPT. I'm just running one video, okay, to clear one of the tool that, okay, we are using. Okay, so then you can ask the question. Okay, just 1 minute. Let me. I just 1 minute, sir. I check. Can you run that videos at your side? Just let me check. Just 1 minute. Okay, I'm just showing one video. Let us check whether it is the voice is audible. Okay, the things are audible or not. Hello, whether the video voice is available? It is audible video?
No, sir.
Visible and
No,
audible?
sir. No.
No, sir.
Only visible.
Okay, I request coordinator, Dr. Rahul Pandey, sir, if you can play that video at your end.
Manzare sir.
If you can play it, or you can post these videos on the group, no issue.
I will try
having-
first, sir. I will try it. If it is playable, then I will do it. Just
Okay, I
wait.
will stop sharing then. Thank you.
Okay.
तुम्हाला सांगतो.
The screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, it is visible.
Okay, I will try, sir.
Yes. Make it full screen, sir.
Audio, sir.
Screen is visible, but audio is missing.
Okay, no issue. You just see the video, I think. And afterwards, sir will post these videos also on your.
We can send link. We can send link.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
We'll share link to all.
Yes, sir. Yes, no
Yes, sir.
problem.
Yes, I will share
Okay.
the link on the group.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks to all the participants. If you have any question, during the session, it is not possible for me to see the questions on the chat bot. Chatting on chat, I think there is so much discussion. I have not seen it. Okay, but still, if you have any question, no doubt you can ask the question.
Any doubts? Any questions from participants?
Sir, may I say something? As the session was very interactive, and one more thing is all the doubts those have been cleared in between. The tools which you have explained are using multiple technologies and multiple tools. Combined with that, we can have LMS, and this system with the combination of multiple tools will help all our teachers to make this work very easy as well as user friendly. Only thing which or we can say the hurdle it is to use these tools, the human factor we cannot implement here. This will be a machine like something like noting the presentee of the students. If there are any serious issue at anybody's house, we are letting them to make the absenteeism and note their presentee. Even for some students whose handwriting is not that good for the assessment level, on screen also we are spending some more time to understand, and the things are going, and that will not do while we are using these tools for assessment or for noting the attendance, any more thing. So
Yes.
this will help us, but once the student will get used to, they will take care of all these things. That's sure, sir.
Yes, madam.
Thank
Yes.
you very much for this informative talk and session. I enjoyed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
Pradna
madam. It
Kulkarni,
is
ma'am.
just 1 minute, sir. It is very correct. But you will know that maybe after the first answer sheet analyzed by the AI, it will give you the suggestion to the student that you should improve your handwriting also. Thank you.
Pradna Kulkarni, ma'am, you want to ask something? Kulkarni, ma'am.
Sir, there are some questions in chat box also. Suryanshu sir, there are some questions from audience in chat box.
Yes, we are observing some questions. There is a question from Dr. Satish Tanaji Bhosle, sir. What he is asking, actually, it is based on what data you stored and then comparing for the results. This question may be related to the assessment. That is actually, it is based on what data you stored and then comparing for the results.
Yes, sir. I think I have given the answer. I think
Yeah.
I don't know whether the sir has asked at that time. That is what I'm saying. If it is a subjective question paper, don't worry about MCQ. Definitely will give the correct answer. For subjective question also, you just need to scan it and upload the PDF. Along with, you need to mention related on obviously the question paper, how many marks to be given. Along with, we have to mention which textbook you should refer for assessing, or the best option is you should give the model answer. You prepare the model answer for it and upload it. It will assess based on your model answer.
Here, one more question is there from Mr. Ahire, sir. That is what he is asking about, that what are the biggest challenges teacher face in developing soft skills alongside AI adoption?
I think in my presentation, I have explained, sir, that the NLP inside the AI, we are having the NLP tool as well as the computer vision tool that we are using. If you upload a 5 or 10 minutes presentation of a student on any topic, then this AI tool will give you that what is the confidence level, which are the sentiments, whether it is nervous, which are the grammatical mistakes it has made, whether it is related to the appropriate content, okay, and all. So definitely it will help us. It will give your confidence level, everything, all the n number of parameters it is giving. After analyzing the video, it will give all the assessment, whether it is speaking correctly. That is what I told. Suppose I'm in my presentation, I'm always using the accurate or okay word number of times. It also gives me you're using these words number of times. So n number of features are available, and definitely that will help for the soft skill development.
Sir, excuse me. Sir, sorry to interrupt. Because of the time constraint, our second resource person already have joined. The participants, those who are having questions, I will share sir's mail ID. You can mail the sir, so sir will answer. So our second
Otherwise,
resource.
yeah. Otherwise, they can send in the chat box even.
Yes.
Questions can be sent in the chat box. Right.
Suryanshi sir.
Yes. Yes, sir. Sir. So good evening, everyone. On behalf of Bharati Vidyapith Abhijit Kadam Institute of Management and Social Sciences, Solapur, it is my privilege and honor to deliver a vote of thanks for today's enlightening session of our faculty development program. First and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Mr. Amol Pathak, for sharing such profound insights on AI for learning analytics. Your session was not just informative, it was transformative. You have sparked new perspectives, challenged conventional thinking, and equipped with us with the tools that will undoubtedly enhance our academics and professional journey. Your depth of knowledge, clarity of thoughts, and engaging delivery have left a lasting impression of all of us. We are especially grateful for a way connected theory with practices, making the content both accessible and applicable. I would also like to thank our organizing team committee for their meticulous planning and execution of today's event. Your dedication behind the scene ensures that a session like this runs smoothly and leave a meaningful impact. To all the participants, thank for your active engagement, thoughtful questions, and enthusiasm. Your presence and participation are what makes this FDP vibrant and learning experience. Once again, thank you all. We look forward to your future collaboration and continued learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Amol sir, thank you.
I request all the participants to switch on your cameras so we can take a picture. I request all the participants to switch on your cameras, please. Thank you. Thank you very much all.
Thank you.
Good evening, friends. I'm Dr. A.B. Ladakh, Associate Professor in the host institute. I welcome you all for the second session of day 3 of this Atal FDP. I'm really delightful to introduce our session speaker, Dr. Pramod Kadam, who is a best friend of mine also. Dr. Pramod Kadam is an accomplished information security analyst with over 8 years of hands-on experience in delivering end-to-end security systems across security, network security, and vulnerability, along with 10 years of academic excellence in the education sector. He has extensive expertise